Hello, I'm meteorologist Jason Nappy talking about saying goodbye to a nor'easter that brought a lot of snow to the northeast and hello to an inland runner as we get to January 10th and 11th. This one is going to go inland and not off the coast. So what's going to happen here is high pressure to our north is not going to really hold and drain that cold air down. With that storm track inland, it's going to pull up that warmer air off the ocean. And then storm number 2, January 13th. This one also an inland runner over towards the Great Lakes and also going to pull that wind up from the Atlantic Ocean. All the energy, that's once again for the weekend. Snow to start in Maine, over to rain. And then storm number 3, if you're not even counting the one that's happening today. So storm number 3 down towards the southeast, January 17th, which means comes up against high pressure again. And how much snow is going to happen with this one? Still a lot of time to fine-tune that forecast. I'm about to do the deep dive, talk about the storms here in more detail. Let's talk about it here now. Hour by hour forecast. Fast forward to Tuesday at 5 o'clock. It is clear, cloudy, but dry. Notice the wind here out of the south, but temps are teens and 20s. It's cold enough to start as snow Tuesday night at 11 o'clock, and it will be heavy over towards Freiburg, Sanford, Lewiston, Auburn, and Rangeley. But the rain is going to win this battle, okay? 6 in the morning on Wednesday, going to work, going to school. Here we go. Carved out cold air damming here up against the western mountains. Low 30s, cold enough for snow, especially elevation. But south of that, making a run for 50 at 6 in the morning in Portsmouth, Portland, Sanford. Down east, Washington County, still snowing. And then it's all over there except for the northern mountains, okay, except for the Allagash, the North Woods, where eventually you're going to lose that battle there of the snow and get to rain. But look at the temperatures here. Widespread low 50s in southern Maine Wednesday morning. And then as I put the map into motion one more time, I'm going to show you what's going to happen with the peak wind gusts. Here's my forecast that I hand drew for the storm on Wednesday. Widespread power outages are a threat for this one. It is a concern of mine in a couple of areas. Along the coastline, a low-level jet, basically think about an airplane flying low and all the wind coming down to the ground level, okay? 60 to 70 mile an hour because of the heavy rain that's going to pull that wind down. Now, if low pressure forms along the coastline, basically out to the south of that inland runner track, that would limit the situation here. We'd have the cold air damming. The cold air would be in place longer, which would mean it would limit this and keep this threat along the coastline. If this low doesn't form, we have more of that wind and more of the warm air being pulled inland. So this 45 to 60 could go up to 60 to 70. Okay, that would be a concern. So over towards the White Mountains, also a 60 to 70 kind of little dot I put, and then 30 to 45 up in the county. Okay, that's the wind. Here's the snow. This is for Tuesday night into Wednesday. More than a foot western mountains, White Mountains. You get in on that snow before the changeover. At the coast, it's a quick, heavy 1 to 2 inch pasting, and then it changes over to rain and gets washed away. Speaking of washing away, precipitation, this is total precip now. So for the coast, most of this is going to be rain. Inland, it's going to be mostly snow before it changes over to rain. But total precipitation, 1 to 2 inches, and even some dots here of some 3s popping up. I could see over towards the southeast facing slopes of the mountains where that moisture gets wrung out, okay? So here's what we need to know. In summary, it's a widespread power outage threat for the state of Maine, a flood threat as well with snow melt and rain, talking about streams and rivers rising quickly during the day Wednesday and the runoff into Wednesday night and Thursday, and coastal inundation. The Wednesday morning high tide is when that splash over 2 to 3 foot situation inundation is going to occur. So I'll be tracking this on the social media the next couple of days. We got obviously a bunch more storms after the Tuesday to Wednesday storm. I thank you for being here and being part of this wonderful community here on the social media, and I'll talk to you next time.